Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom. Today, we're going to be talking about presence over productivity. And I want you to really hear my heart on this. And I want you to understand I have so much content on being productive. I have a program on being productive. I am not anti-productivity as I preface what I'm going to share with you today. I'm not anti-productivity. What I am advocating for is being productive when it matters and being present when it matters. And so I'll just kind of backtrack and share where I came up with this idea. Not me, but when God gave me this idea, wasn't me. And how I struggled with this in the past. So tell me if you relate to any of this, please. Okay. Hustle culture. You're always working. This was me, always trying to check another box off of the never-ending to-do list. The never-ending to-do list, always rushed, like running from one place to the next, never really slowing down and taking a breath. So when I, was especially in my first business, when TJ was a baby, now he's 10, of trying to do all of the things, especially within my business, doing all of it. And I had no boundaries. I was constantly taking in information to the point where I actually had this was when I was in network marketing. My upline got me a thing to one of those it's like a phone holder that you can put in the shower. So when I'm in the shower, I'm listening to personal development. I mean, it was never ending. I would be listening to something 24/7 of I'm in the shower, I'm in the car, I'm walking, I'm doing and not to say that's bad necessarily, but when that's all I'm doing and I'm not actually giving myself time to process and be still, then we have a problem. So the constant bringing in personal development, but also just checking my phone. Man, thanks God I don't do Snapchat, Instagram stories or any of that anymore. But I remember when it was document your day. You have to be uploading to stories all the time. So you'd have your phone on you all the time and you'd be on Instagram all the time trying to get that next picture and upload it in the moment and the next story and post the thing. Always on your phone, always responding to messages because oh my gosh, what if you miss somebody right in that moment? You'll never get another person. You'll never get another opportunity. Always being distracted, always being on my phone. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Tell me I'm not the only one. Man. So going from that season of hustle to what I want to share with you today is Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. And what I want us to focus on is the be still. Be still. How often are you actually just being still? I don't know, because I wasn't at all ever. I was constantly on the move, going from one thing to the next, 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 and oh my gosh. So just write this down, or maybe you're on a walk and you're listening to me. That's okay too, but be still. And so when we talk about presence over productivity, what I mean by that is being present in what you're doing. So not always multitasking. And I know, trust me, we're never going to be perfect in this, especially as moms. So I'm not saying whenever you're around your kids, you can only be with your kids. That's really not realistic. When you have a lot of other, it's not realistic. This past, because I'm going on a mission trip to Brazil, I'm starting school. So I'm they scheduled a Zoom time at 4:00 for our Brazil mission trip. So I'm with Gabrielle and also trying to listen to the Zoom mission trip thingamajigger on what we're doing in Brazil. So trust me, I know that's not always realistic. However, we're making an effort to do less multitasking. Okay. Being still means being still in his presence. I can't even, well, I want to like cry just thinking about it. The times that I spend in that closet behind me, if you're watching this on video, it is like the most precious time of my day. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, I hope I didn't break my chair. Good, it broke my state. I'm up as early as my body can allow me to be. I'm trying to figure out how I can get up earlier. Today I was up at 4:30, just in that prayer closet, just being still in his presence. And that is, if you don't have the habit of doing that, that's like the one thing that you can do that can completely radically transform your life. Man, I gotta get like the tissues out. I'm like, whoo, whoo. Okay. Keep going, Rachel. You can do this. Being still in his presence and giving him the ability to actually speak to you. And it's so funny when you're so busy. I wrote this down of like, Rachel, I've been speaking to you, but you've been too busy to hear me. Because when you don't give yourself that break and that time to be still, you're going to miss a lot of what God is trying to communicate to you, with you, to you, whatever. So you got to be still in his presence. So what are we missing out on when we're always focused on being productive, on getting the next task off of our to-do list, of not giving ourselves enough time to actually breathe and soak in his presence? What are you missing out on? We end up being digitally distracted, squeezing in emails instead of loving on our kids, or running from one activity to the next instead of seeing the broken and hurting person right in front of us. And they're in front of you. The people that I have encountered just in downtown Orlando, I'm like they're right there, and people are just passing them by and passing them by. What if instead we just opened our eyes and stopped looking down at our phones so we could see them and love on them? And so, please understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that we don't work hard, because we do. Like, we work hard, but it means we are intentional with our working time and we are fully present when we're working. Then when we're not working, we can be fully present there. It's creating those boundaries, ideal boundaries. Trust me, you're not going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Ideal boundaries. Okay. We talk a lot about impact on this show. It's the She's Making an Impact podcast. Hello. But impact, it's not like the glitz and the glamour. It's not the, the $1 million funnel. It's not the speaking on stages. Like, it can be, but it can be so much more than that. So like, what impact could you make if you were just to sit there and be present with people? Like, sit down next to somebody and hear what's on their heart. If you actually like gave them your presence. So these are just some things I want you to think about. And you can spend some time journaling on this too. So I want you to take this into action, because I know I don't want to just like preach at you without giving you something to actually like ponder or an action step to take within this. So to take this into action and to be present over being productive, what this could look like practically is you setting aside a power hour to work without distractions. That means you turn off your phone, you put it on airplane mode, you get rid of any other distractions that you have. If you have kids, maybe like the baby's napping, or you wake up early. I know it's not easy, but it can be done. And then, so I'm giving you 2 things that you can do. Power hour with 0 distractions, no dinging, no notifications, no nothing. If you got notifications on your phone, please turn them off. Turn them off. And then next time you're out and about, don't check your phone. Just like be present with where you are. Okay, those are 2 things. Could you do those 2 things? I would love to hear from you. on what you think about this idea of being present over being productive. Share this with a friend. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. She's making an impact, and let me know your thoughts. And then if you have not left a review of the show yet, please go do that. It helps us make a bigger impact and reach more people. So leave a review of the show, take a screenshot, and then email it to us. And we're happy to send you a little gift to say thank you. You're amazing. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.